Everyone disapproves. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Oh, this is why she's so afraid of wolves. Welcome back, my oodles and noodles, to more Baldur's Gate 3. I wouldn't say we left off on a cliffhanger, but we also did leave off on a cliffhanger. I was told that I need to do a bit more exploring in this Last Light Inn, just because there are people here that can help advance our companion storylines. And one other thing I really want to do, I want to put Shadowheart in our group. I didn't want to replace her with Astarion, like I mentioned last time, but I do think Lae'zel... What is this campsite? Oh, it looks so weird. Okay, give me a second to outfit Shadowheart. Oh yeah, and then I have to level her up. Okay. Shadowheart is now in our group, and that is my cue to recap what has happened so far. Since setting foot into the Shadow Curse lands, we made our way to a cultist group camp and ended up summoning the Drider. I think Karnus is his name, but he and the group of cultists, aka a group of goblins, guided us all the way to Moonrise Towers. But on the way to Moonrise Towers, the convoy we were in were attacked. A group known as the Harpers are camped out in the Last Light Inn in the Shadow Curse lands. It's the only place that is actually currently protected from the Shadow Curse. After making our way to the Last Light Inn, we met the leader of the Harpers and managed to convince her that we mean no harm. Surprisingly enough, the tieflings that we met in Act 1 came to our aid when it came to convincing the leader of the Harpers that we were indeed who we said we were. We've advanced a lot of different storylines with our fellow companions. I'll kind of breeze over that just real quick. Supposedly we met Damon, sheltering in the Last Light Inn, and that we should bring Karlach to talk to him, as he'll be able to actually fix her current heart condition. We also got more story on Astarion. If you guys remember, Astarion currently has hellish runes carved into his back, and we have no idea what it says. Upon talking to Astarion more, he set a plan in motion to talk to Raphael, the demon, to be able to read the runes on his back. But after meeting Raphael at the Last Light Inn, surprisingly enough, Raphael seemed interested, and he'd said he'd think about Astarion's request, but that we would have to do something in return, and that he'll see us soon. If you guys haven't forgotten about him yet, Halzin actually had a lot to say about the Shadow Curse. Not a lot of useful stuff, but good stuff nonetheless. Someone else is also connected to the Shadow Curse. His name is Thaniel. Right now we're supposed to be looking for clues as to Thaniel's whereabouts, but we found a mysterious land lying unconscious in the Last Light Inn, and he said his name was Thaniel while sleeping. We haven't told Halzin about this just quite yet. There's a lot to do in this little tiny town from the looks of it. We also have to go find Zevlar. You know, Zevlar, the leader of the refugee tieflings, or the tiefling refugees. A lot has happened. We gotta rescue tieflings, we gotta find the missing we gotta find missing Zevlar. We have to punish the wicked, and just so much more, as well as lifting the Shadow Curse from these lands. Maybe that wasn't a very good in-depth recap, but that's currently where we are at the Last Light Inn, and I just got Shadowheart in our camp, so let's go ahead and get things going. I want to talk to the guy that's supposed to fix Karlach's heart. I'm actually really happy I went back because I went too far. There's somebody upstairs in this inn, and after talking to her, a bunch of stuff starts happening, and I went back because I was like, I'm not done. I'm not done in this area yet. Is this who we... Yeah, this is Damon?
Aha. Thought I sensed an infernal. What are you doing here?
Same thing as you, I reckon. Trying to stay out of the shadows. Hold on. I know you. The weaponsmith, right? Drafted into the Blood War when your city was swallowed by Avernus. Not too different from my own story. Well done making it out alive.
Same to you. Though unless my senses deceive me, you brought a bit of the hells back with you. Infernal engine?
Her eyes are up here.
Keep you warm. Thank you, Zariel.
Forget warm. You're burning up. Might be burning out a piston ring. Or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
This feels very intrusive. I know it's not supposed to be, but it feels like it. That's so interesting.
Now that's hot. Too hot. I think I could sort you out. But I'll need some infernal iron and a lot of luck.
Do I have infernal iron?
Hey, soldier. We've got some infernal iron already. Let's give it to him, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, one last thing. So I know somebody who's currently playing through Baldur's Gate right now, and they give me certain pieces of advice here and there just to make sure I don't miss anything too crucial. And from what I understand, there's some story aspects with Karlach I can easily miss if I go too fast with her story. So if I just throw all the iron at this guy, I might miss some of her dialogue. I'm gonna give one thing and then I might long rest and then I might come back because there's stuff that happens. So absolutely, let's see what his upgrade involves.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think...
I don't know what to say here. I wasn't all that invested with the heart engine stuff to begin with, but I'm happy for Karlach.
You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
I wish that she'd like taken the armor off, made it like maybe we could have seen a little bit more.
Good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation.
It's so weird to be talking about a heart this way.
Coolant. Let me sleep on it. I just might be able to work something out. Hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. I'll need more infernal iron either way, though, so keep your eyes open. Take care.
I have no idea if I have more of that infernal irons, but what's going on, Karlach? Tell me, how are you feeling?
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Let's find some evil for you to smack then. We'll find more infernal iron and get you the second upgrade too.
Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning serious fuel.
Will you be all right?
Oh, fuck yes. I'm ready to burn all night.
Oh.
Speaking of, I could eat a giant badger. Is it almost time for dinner?
That's like a cue, I think, for us to go long rest. So I'm going to do that. I think after I talk to people more in the camp, though, I know I'm supposed to talk more with... Oh, what's her name over here? I keep forgetting her name, but I'm supposed to talk more with Jaheira. That's who it was.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
I like her accent. I forgot to mention this. Yeah, Karlach is obsessed with her, Jaheira. It's so adorable. To your very good health. You'll have to pardon my friend Karlach. She's very excited to meet you. You don't oust the girl like that. Come on. I'm not thirsty. Rogue insight. Meet her stare head on and examine her body language. Oh, huge. I love the crap rolls I get too, but doesn't matter. I could have rolled a 1 and still been fine.
She is anxious for you to drink the wine first, and it's an anxiety you recognize. Not every knave prefers a blade in the ribs or arrow in the back. Some prefer poison.
Wait, is that, sorry, did I read that wrong or hear that wrong? She is anxious for you to drink the wine first, and it's an anxiety you recognize. Not every knave prefers a blade in the ribs or arrow in the back. Some prefer, is it telling me she spiked my drink? Yeah. Excuse me, did you poison me?
Receive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
Huh, so she did spike my drink. That's interesting. No, but it spoils my trust. That's a good response. Rogue, I prefer using Venian's breath for interrogations. It doesn't carry a scent.
No, but it does leave the subject paralyzed. Whatever comes after.
That's good.
Standing on your own 2 feet.
Drink the wine, decline the drink. Ah, man. I feel like if we're gonna earn her trust, we have to drink the wine. I'm not about to piss her off. Everyone disapproves? Okay. It's just a truth serum. I don't have anything to hide.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
Isn't this a truth serum? I can't lie though, right? Oh, despite knowing you're under the effects of a drug, try to deny the tadpole has any influence over you. Wait, I have advantages in these saving throws? That's so cool with the spider silk armor. It's never really come in handy until now. I see now why you spiked my wine. Yes, the parasite is giving me powers I never had before. It's changing me. I mean, I've got constitution and advantages. Let's just do that. Hell yeah. I know I drank the wine, but I'm still gonna lie.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldurs Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
What? Wait, we tracked them to this ancient villa only to be faced with the man we killed and buried over a century ago. Isn't that Ketheric? Ketheric? Sorry, I keep saying Ketheric. Ketheric? Also, it kind of got dark in here. Sorry, my window's open, but sometimes it gets like oddly dark in my room. I'm not trying to be shrouded in darkness. I wonder if they're talking about Ketheric. I gotta make sure it's Ketheric, not Ketheric. My God, if he's back, perhaps you should have hit him harder in the first place. Is he?
General
Yeah.
Thorn.
Ketheric.
Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists.
Dude, his name is
The
everywhere.
Shadow Ones. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible.
What?
We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldurs
Nah, he
Gate.
can't be invincible.
I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
Yeah? What do you have in mind? You think I can kill him? I don't think so. What do you have in mind?
Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces.
Girl, we were already ahead of you.
Posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage.
They already like me over there.
Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Yeah, I like it. Ketheric's days are numbered. I'll make sure of it. You want to make use of my infection. I want to be cured of it. Seems like I'll be doing most of the heavy lifting.
You're the only one who can get inside the towers. You were born for this mission. Or made for it, rather.
That's, yeah, way better.
You need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection.
Fine. We'll help. We have no choice anyways.
Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at moonrise.
It's so crazy that we're finally getting to that point. Moonrise Towers. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we don't.
There's somebody else you should meet.
Yeah, so she does send us up to
Not our
her.
only secret weapon. Isabel,
Isabel.
a faithful cleric of Seluna, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Okay, so I went up to talk to her, and that's when a bunch of stuff happened, but I hadn't talked to anyone in the camp yet, so I had to go back. I didn't want to advance too far, so that was the problem before. But can I take this stuff? This is just all here for me. Thank you. I'll be taking that. Greater healing? They just leave these lying around? Okay, thank you. What is this dude doing up here? Bro, are you good? Are you okay?
You look well equipped. Good. You wouldn't believe the state of some of these lads.
Oh, okay. I'll leave you to it then. He's like, you wouldn't believe some of the state of these lads, but he's literally just staring at a wall. Okay, makes sense. Oh, what's out here? A shrine? Harbor. What's going on?
He was joking this morning. Jonas, I mean.
Give her time to speak. Is he gone? Dead is he? Maybe if he'd spent less time joking, he'd still be around. What an out-of-pocket, unnecessary comment. Give her time to speak.
He was always joking. Said it was good for morale, but he just liked seeing people laugh. He was a good harper. A good friend.
Oh, maybe he was one we killed. That'd be awkward. Sounds like you were close. I'm sure he'd appreciate your prayers.
I hope so. They're all I have to give. Thank you. You're a good person.
Am I a good person? He might have been one of the few I probably killed, honestly. Potion of flying. Yes, I'll take that, thank you.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through.
Ooh, anything I could take off your hands at no cost to myself. Yes, please. Oh, thank you. It's when the rolls do count that I flop.
Cheeky. But, since you're asking.
Her voice does not fit the animation. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Wait, is there like a whole bunch of different ruined battlefield? Maybe we should do some fighting first before I long rest for Karlach and get her. Oh. Crap. I forgot I don't have a torch on me.
I can feel the shadow's power here, but they don't seem to be harming me.
Oh. Shadowheart? Why not?
Shadow curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least.
Oh, that's concerning.
I don't know what this means. I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do.
But what about me?
You're resourceful. You'll find a way.
Screw you.
Give me that look. It's a good thing that I'm resistant to the shadows. This way I can help you.
Oh, wow. So fiery.
She wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shah. A temple, perhaps.
Okay. I will keep my eyes peeled. Thank you for that, Shadowheart. Whoa. Weird. So the flames are hyper. I gave Shadowheart some light stuff. Maybe this will help. I guess it's good to test it real quick. Daylight. Might as well try a level 4 spell, I guess. Really? That didn't even work? All right. I don't have the moon lantern, so I am just gonna probably have to wing it here. Oh, there's the roots though. There's something downstairs? How do you get downstairs? Oh, maybe I can. Oh, the vines. All right, I'll risk it for the biscuit. Here we go. Oh, what is that? Mean lock. This looks terrifying. Why are we still in... Maybe we don't need to go into turn-based anymore? Yeah, I don't think we do. Here we go. Oh, I hope I can make it out of this. I don't remember saving. Why didn't I save? I guess I probably should save now. Wait, are they I think they're fearful of us. That was actually kind of like a crazy hard fight. I'm surprised. And having Shadowheart in our group was definitely helpful. Her protection spells I didn't realize were so good. I haven't used her protection spells in so long. Huh, last light side entrance.
Perhaps they had no choice but to hide.
Halfred's note. Hidden amidst columns detailing the income and expenditure of a tavern is a side written in tiny, urgent handwriting. I have concealed the sacred relics of our revered goddess in the darkest corner of this place. Morfred, my loyal brother, seeks to forge a network of allies to stand against the oppressive reign of Ketheric Storm. Sadly, fear has gripped the hearts of many, turning them away from our cause. I cannot truly blame them, for trepidation fills my soul as well. But I must put aside my own fears and reunite with Morfred in the bowels of the Masons Guild. Together we shall preserve what we can of the Moon Maiden's light, and hope that the banners of the faithful soon rise against the treacherous dog, Thorm. Investigate the Selunite resistance. The last light side entrance? Oh, it's a key. A Selunite prayer book. Threads of silver, dearest Selune, our fair maiden, weave our hearts of threads of silver, guide us with light of the moon, and quench us of the purest tears. Well, I wasn't anticipating going through an entire cavern. I kind of want to get Karlach's heart fixed, but it probably wouldn't hurt if we looked around real quick. The last light in cellar. Oh, we could have gone to a cellar? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh geez, that was weird. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we came in through the knotted roots. Oh, this makes so much more sense. Where in the hell are we? Coruscation ring. Arcane radiance. When the wearer deals dispel damage while illuminated by a light source, they also inflict radiant orb. That could be helpful. It was so much trouble for one little ring though. It was a trap and it was locked. Ooh, double metal doors. The side entrance. Wait, where even are we? Oh, okay, interesting. Can we blow this wall up? It seems like there's something behind it. Yeah, let's blow it up. Yes. Yes! Let's go. Everyone through the hole. Ooh. Excuse me. I never fail sleight of hand. Come on, try that again. I have so many thieves' tools. I have so... That's the same roll, dude. How do you get the same roll twice? Again. There you go. Much, much better. Thank you. I don't fail. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. I picked up a bowl. Okay, thanks for that. These chests are all locked for dumb things. Like in that chest, there was a grease bottle. A single grease bottle. Why would I want to open a chest, use a lockpick to open the chest for a grease bottle? Oh, last light detention cell key. Where's that? A is for Azuth and the other gods. Selune guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. I usually wouldn't read like poems all that much, but sometimes the companions speak up about the poems and it's really cool. Evidence chest. The Harpers. The Harpers are a secretive organization whose main purpose is the preservation of all things of all things good and right in the world. They outfox evil at every turn with shrewd fighting or cunning political maneuver. No, it's maneuver. And though they are not well organized, how could they be? With many members utterly ignorant of the identity of those they might claim as allies. They are united in purpose and goal. One Harper agent deployed correctly in a conflict often achieves the same results as a loosed army. Whoa. Well, it kind of makes me feel bad for killing some of them. Not that anyone else needs to know that. Ew. Okay. You can only imagine what's inside here. Am I gonna get ambushed by a spider? Maybe there were several entrances. Oh. What just happened? What is going on? No, thank you. I do not want to do that. Thank you. Okay, please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. I didn't realize that we were so close to the fire in there. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We could have come into several different areas. Okay. Well, that makes sense. So I didn't have to go very far. I just ended up doing a whole little side thing. That's nice. But I bet I'm back with the Harpers now? I am. Oh, I didn't even see this little entrance down here. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back to camp and long rest. We have tons of supplies. We don't even have to worry about it. But I should be getting some dialogue from Karlak.
Soldier.
Maybe it's when we sleep. Yeah, let's go ahead and long rest. Wait, someone in camp wishes to speak with you. Go to bed? No. Who wants to speak with me? Is it Gale? It is Gale. Oh, that was weird. I didn't even see his name pop up. Oh, and Will. Will and Gale want to talk. Oh.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale.
What? I've only ever seen his hologram projection once before, and it was when he died, and then I reset. I reloaded. Gale, don't be trying to romance me, okay? Very well, show me the way.
Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him.
Okay, but odd. Wait, I have to long rest? But Will wants to talk. Okay. Hopefully I don't lose out on Will's stuff. Oh, dude, this is gonna be hella romantic. I gotta get my mind out of the gutter. Maybe he just wants to do a friendly encounter. Maybe this doesn't have to be romantic at all. Okay, this is starting to feel a little romantic.
I love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies.
Oh my god, I'm so this is so awkward.
When you'd almost believe the dawn will never break.
When I get worked up, my eyes water a lot.
Of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies.
I'm cringing so hard right now. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? It's breathtaking, Gale. Is this starry sky you're doing? You seem especially philosophical this evening. Are you all right? Why did you summon me here? I'm afraid all of this is just a fantasy. Maybe I gotta be harder on him. You seem especially philosophical this evening. Are you all right?
I will be. Soon. I am perhaps just one hard day away from being without any troubles at all.
Yeah, I'll lose the smile real quick.
My last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of
Oh, right, because they're expecting him to blow himself up at moonrise. Sad.
I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure.
Is this really what you want? To die for the promise of Mistress Forgiveness? It's a heavy burden, yes, but one you're able for. Think of the good wait, sorry, Jesus. There's a lot of options here. Think of the good your sacrifice will do. You speak as if this affects you alone. How many will die if you unleash what's inside you? Are you not afraid? I refuse to believe this is the end. We'll find another way, I promise. Is this truly what you want? To die for the promise of Mistress Forgiveness?
Crone. Coward or hero, death is assured. Mistress Forgiveness is not. If you knew the end was near, would you not want to ensure it had meaning? Terrified. I will not claim otherwise. My face could scarcely conceal it, even if my words sought to deny it. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms.
I can appreciate that. I think that's respectful. If you're going out for your own on your own terms, if you know you're going out, go out on your own terms. I appreciate that sentiment. I don't appreciate the sentiment of her forgiveness. I don't understand. Maybe I'm having a hard time understanding how the planes work and the weave works, because if it's anything like an underworld, maybe he's thinking he'll move on in the next life, and with Mistress Forgiveness he can ascend. You know how people believe, you know, in another plane when you die. Maybe it's it's like that. Maybe once you get that forgiveness, you can move on and not be like a spirit or something. I don't know. If that's the case, I believe, yes, maybe he should do it. Because if you can get her forgiveness and you can move on with your life in the afterlife, cool. But if it's just her forgiveness, but you're gone, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking that? Nothing is inevitable. Not when we face it together. You don't have to die. That's a good response. You sound so sure in your course of action then. You're right. At least this way you might take the absolute down with you. Why are you so sure it's inevitable? We haven't even found this heart of the absolute yet.
I can feel it. Ever since we set foot in this strange, corrupted land. The closer we get, the heavier my own heart becomes. Stay with me a while, will you? Day will come all too soon, even in this place.
If I stay, is it platonic? Okay, no, it looks like it might be platonic. Okay, I'm not going anywhere, Gale. I'll be here by your side, whatever dawn brings.
Yes, but there is so much to live for and so few moments in which to house it all.
It's a beautiful sentiment.
Damn you for giving me so much to care about. Our friends, our adventures. This would have been so much easier if it was just me.
I appreciate the struggles of this. This is so
There is a way,
sad.
To save all that's grown dear to me, I want to seize it. I just cannot fathom what that might be, other than to fail Mystra and condemn the world. Stay with me, will you? I don't want to think of it anymore, but I don't want to be alone either.
I just said it would. That was okay. For a second, I thought I was crazy. I was like, did he not just ask that? I just told you I was gonna stay here. Stay with him and watch the stars in silence. All right. If it's platonic and he's just, I understand. It's a really cool. I don't know. It's like tearing at my heart a little bit. We're not gonna let him die. I make a lot of bad, reckless decisions, but we can't let him die, okay? We didn't get any dialogue with Karlach, though. I guess I'm confused. I won't think about it too much, but I really thought for a second I was gonna get more on her. Oh, we can still talk to Will, and we can still talk to Gale. Let's talk to Gale.
I was hoping to speak to you, as a matter of fact, about the night you were kind enough to keep this melancholy wizard company.
Well, he flourished. Okay, it was so. I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna. No, go on.
I wanted to thank you. I was sinking into a dark place, but you reminded me there is still light in the world, if I should care to look for it.
Yes, you have stuff to live for. You have people to live for.
Prevented me from doing something very rash in the near future. I count myself lucky to call you a friend.
Rash? Were you going? If he explodes, he'll take us down with him. I would prefer him not to do any rash things, okay? Anytime, Gale, I just don't want to be collateral damage. The feeling is mutual. The feeling is mutual.
I'm glad to hear it. And I intend to prove myself worthy of the sentiment.
Yeah, I think Gale is hella in the friend zone right now. I find his friendship really comforting. It's really cute.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
Yeah, oh, we talking about Mole? Mole's an abstinent one. If she's of mind to team up with Raphael, there's no changing it. I tried to warn her, but she wouldn't listen. She'll make the right decision, you'll see.
I think she will. If not, well, you've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Mole would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
I can believe that. Okay. Oh, we can actually talk to Halsin about, oh, sorry, this is a really heavy story episode. Thank you guys for hanging in there. I feel like I want to get all this done though. And then I thought we would still go and talk to the cleric upstairs in this episode, but I guess not. There's just been so much story and dialogue and story progression. It's really interesting. It's more like you guys are just watching a movie. Just sit back and relax, okay? Halsin.
You wish to speak?
Yes, there's a flaming fist at last light. The curse has left him insensible, but he's muttering about a boy called Theniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once.
Oh no, we have so much going on. Oh, he just disappeared. He literally, he was like, when he said he needed to go see him, he was not kidding. He really needed to go see him, whether we were going with him or not. Okay, I wanted to get more on Karlach. I thought she would get more. Maybe my relationship with her isn't progressed enough. That would make sense. I haven't really progressed a lot of me and Karlach's relationship, so let's just leave. Nothing you can do about it. Maybe further relationships, you know, inside obviously different scenes and stuff. Oh, Shadowheart is very talkative today.
There's something I've been wanting to share with you. If now's a good time.
I guess.
It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you. Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind.
That's a big ask. Or that's like a big trust fall she's doing here. Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust you.
Oh, okay. Use the parasite. Explore your mind. I'm just soaking up all this story stuff.
Don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing.
We're legit getting some serious stuff here. So I don't have a lot of things to say about all these cutscenes. I'm just taking in all this story stuff. It's making my heart so happy to see it, honestly. I don't usually come out with witty comebacks and things like that. I just kind of like take it all in. Oh, this is why she's so afraid of wolves! Oh, poor baby! I really like the buns look, though. She should bring that back. Oh, wait, what? I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the wolf to, like, attack her.
My name. Can't remember what I said. Can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah.
Something about that is suspicious.
All I remember.
No wonder you're so dedicated to Shara. You feel like you owe her her life. Thank you for sharing that with me. I know it can't be easy. Something about that was really suspicious. Are we sure that the wolf attacked her? I don't know. I'm over here trying to give the animal the benefit of the doubt. No wonder you're so dedicated to Shara. You feel like you owe her your life. Thank you for sharing that with me. I know that couldn't it be easy.
Normally I'd agree. But with you, it's getting easier by the moment.
Aww. I know I haven't really talked to her a lot about her stuff. I know I say that I love getting all these little story aspects, but I don't like prodding for the story. You know, it feels like everyone prods for story. I like when I get these like little tiny moments and they just kind of get peppered throughout the whole game. Let's get Karlach her new heart. I want to see what happens here.
There you are. I was wondering where you'd run off to. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
Bad news first, always.
Oh, no. Good news, please, my good man.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlach to...
Touch people.
Exactly.
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long.
It's so cute.
Come on. Let's get this show on the road. We need to...
That's why we needed bad news first. Bad news.
I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
It'll keep. I have infernal iron to find.
Karlach, believe me, this isn't something you should...
Let's move.
What?
At least let me show you where to look. I'm not sure the infernal iron will still be there, but I can show you a few places.
Oh, I thought I already had it. That's interesting. I thought I already, so I don't even get the option to see the bad news. Karlach, are you kidding right now?
Hear that? All I need is a second bit of infernal metal, and I'm cured. This is so exciting. Let's make tracks.
Okay, I thought I'd already had the infernal iron. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so, oh god. I want to do more. It's just the game, it just draws me in. So Hausen is here. Maybe we wait on this. He might have more to say. I'm gonna save, and I think we're gonna do this in the next episode. We got a lot this time. This is a lot. So this is why the game takes so long to get through, though, because you have all these cutscenes and these really small, intricate relationships, and I don't know. I'm incredibly impressed. I'm having so much fun, and I like games that I like decision-based making games. You know this about me. I like multiplayer games and decision-based making games, and this is one of those games where it's more movie-like with decisions you can make along the way, and I love that because you can truly change so much about your companions' lives just by your responses alone. And a lot of games like Telltale, they're not as impactful. Telltale is really cool because I think they established this decision-based making stuff and the consequences of your actions having like a serious impact on the players, but it wasn't all that impactful. But then you come to a game like Baldur's Gate, and the minute you make a bad decision, the whole course of your journey is like almost changed. And it's impressive to see, because imagine how many opportunities and inputs and randomizers you would have to put in a game like this for everything to make sense in the end. I'm surprised that there aren't more bugs in the game, TBH. Anyways, this was a really long episode. I would imagine we're probably looking at like a 40-50 minutes. Am I right about that? Probably right, but if not, thank you guys again for watching. The series is so fun, and I'm just really happy to have you guys along for the ride. This is my own very unique take on this playthrough. I haven't seen any playthroughs up to this point or any spoilers, so I'm seeing all of it for the first time, and it just warms my heart. Even though I sometimes don't have clever things to say about the series or like a specific moment in time, I know I'm not funny. I just really enjoy these games, and I hope that you enjoy watching them. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, let me know in the comments what you thought, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Mwah.